Hey, it's Stacy, and I wanted to make a quick video to give you some of my best tips and best practices on how to start your Transform 20 journey, things that have helped me over the years on my health and fitness road, my path to success, even though it's not really a destination, it's just a journey. And what I've told my girls to do in our group and kind of what we've talked about and what's been working. And if you do not have a group that you're in, if you're like, oh, I don't even know if I have a coach, I just signed up for it, you need to get in our group and have that synergy and that camaraderie, because I tell you, it is so much more fun to do with other people. So a couple little things I want to talk about is, of course, number one, everybody hates taking before pictures, but it is such a must. They're really motivating. And it's when I lost 40 pounds after having my second child and doing my first Beachbody full entire program and sticking to the calendar, I could not believe, I hated taking my pictures, but I couldn't believe how great it pushed me, how much it pushed me to finish out the program and actually get in the best shape of my life, because that's what I was after. But I think those before pictures were really beneficial for my mind's eye to see what I wanted to look like at the end of the challenge. So I just pushed until I got there, really. Once I saw what I could look like and I saw a lot of other people doing it and having success, I knew that I could work it too. So, you know, when you see someone else, you're like, why not me? Why not me? And so I'm saying that to you now, like if you've got some weight to lose and you're feeling really frustrated, why not you? Take it and own it and get it for yourself, because this will work if you work it. So the first thing we do is take weight, we take pictures, we track it all in our awesome little journal. And then for measurements, you know, just get a little measuring tape, and I just measure arm, leg, chest, right at the belly button for the stomach, and then right at the widest part of your hips where your bum kind of sticks out. And then that way, when you remeasure at the end of the 6 weeks, you'll know exactly like, okay, it was right at my belly button, you know, it was right at the widest point of my hips. So that will get you on a really good path to success. And you can turn in your results to Beachbody, and they will actually, you'll be entered to win cash and prizes. So it's a really great thing that way. The other thing that I see a lot of people do is they start something new, and then they either, number one, don't finish it, or number two, can't figure out how to prioritize their day in this new way that they want. So a helpful tip for you to know is that a lot of people do quit, but that's not you, because you're watching this video, and I tell my girls, that's not us. We finish things. And so the results that I have seen, even the last challenge I did, which was an 8-week challenge, I gave up alcohol, and I was still having crackers and chocolate and kind of cheating a little bit, but no alcohol really does well for my body. And so I didn't see the scale move. I didn't see the inches move for the first, I don't know, 6 weeks. And I was a little discouraged, because I'm like, I am giving up the stuff that I really like, and I'm not seeing any changes. But let me tell you, by the time that I measured at week 8, I had lost an inch off of my waist, and my core and my back, my love handles, everything looked way more shredded. So it all happens the last 7 to 10 days of any program. I see it time and time again. So don't quit before the magic happens. And then also, if you're thinking about like, how am I gonna work my day? What I did last night is I sat and I wrote out what my perfect day would look like if I was really efficient with my time and not wasting a lot of time. So I would sit and just write it out. So for me, my kids are both in school, and I work from home as an online health and fitness coach. So I've got a lot of freedom in my day, but I'm gonna set my alarm for 5:30, even though it's gonna be dark and cold, and my heater doesn't start, my thermostat doesn't start going up until 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna be sitting there for a half an hour freezing under blankets and drinking my pre-workout, AKA mom crack, and reading my devotions, my Bible, so that I can be done by the time I take the kids to school. That will give me more freedom to work and love on my team and, you know, connect with all of you guys and figure out helping more people. And that's a goal of mine this year. So I'm gonna prioritize, and I want my day to line up with my priorities, my goal. So think of it this way. Say you have an amount of sand and a ball, and you've got this jar in front of you. Now, you've been told that the ball and the sand fit in the jar once you put the lid on. So first you're going to dump in all of the sand, and then you're gonna put the ball on top. Well, the lid doesn't fit because of the way that you prioritized it and you put it in there. So put the ball in first, which is your workout and your Shakeology, and, you know, giving yourself enough time to track for the day. Put your ball in first, then pour the sand on it and close the lid. And you will find that when you make it a non-negotiable, you will have greater success. And that is something that I heard Rachel Hollis, who she wrote Girl Wash Your Face, and everyone loves her. She is on fire right now as a personal development leader in the industry. And she was saying, you know, when the tide comes in, all the ships rise. So don't worry too much about things falling apart when it will naturally happen if you set your mind on what you want. Everything will rise up and level up with you. So I hope that helps, because for me, that was a big struggle. I had 2 little kids at home and it was so hard to get my workout in. And I now have a little more freedom, which it's really easy now to waste time. So it kind of goes both ways, right? So I also have my beach bar that is so yummy, and I will eat that every day if I need to. I've got my Tazo lemon loaf tea that is the most amazing tea in the world. I will link it for you. So those are kind of going to be my treats. And then I did sit down and I just went through the recipe booklet and I was like, okay, what do I like to eat? If you are someone who likes tacos as much as I do, you might have tacos 3 nights out of the week, because it's a really easy dinner for you if you're working full time and you're busy and you don't have a lot of time for dinner, or you hate cooking, right? So I'll prep the meat, I'll prep the romaine, I'll have everything ready so that I can just toss it in a bowl and go. You could do rice, you could do cauliflower rice bowls, you could saute greens, saute some whatever you like, whatever veggie, and combine some veggies and use like a coconut aminos on top. There's a lot of ways to make healthy food taste good. I just got an air fryer, so you can look for that blog and that video on my tips on that. But what I have found helpful, because I was thinking last night, how am I gonna do this and stay really rigorous? Because I'm also giving up alcohol again for the 6 weeks. And so what I did is I wrote down what I was gonna eat, and I've never done this before. I just wrote it all down because this is all I have in the fridge right now. And so I'm gonna write it out first and then just stick to the plan. And then it talks about, how much sleep did you get? How much water? Because all of these things affect your performance and your workouts and your energy levels. And I am actively seeking more energy in my life. And so then, it talks about, okay, well, did you have your Shakeology? And then what was your challenge today and how did you conquer this? So I wrote, how did I conquer getting out of bed at 5:30 when it was cold? The 5-second rule. That is another book by Mel Robbins that you should definitely read this year, because she just talks about counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up and take action. Get up out of bed. Do it because you said you were going to. And when you keep those promises to yourself, you can really learn to trust yourself. So yeah, I think this will really help me kind of go through. I hope it helps you to maybe write down your food first and then just stick to it. I'm gonna do no food after 7 p.m. and I'm gonna try to wait to eat until 10 a.m. and do a little bit of an intermittent fasting style in there as well. One other thing that I think is important, Shakeology you can have twice a day and it does count as a protein. So that's a really great way if you are really busy and you really don't like making food, or you're not even really that interested in food. That's not me. I love food. I look at food and I gain weight. I love eating. I love chewing. I love the whole thing. And so I just have my Shakeology in the morning, but you can have it twice a day. Just spread it out. And a lot of people like it in the evening too as like a little dessert. So no, there's no perfect way to drink your Shakeology, but I will say that I was telling the girls in our group, commitment to the group, it builds relationship and trust. But when you commit to yourself, it's gonna build self-esteem, it's going to build confidence, it's going to build character, and when you are finished with this 6 weeks and you have completed it to the best of your ability and you've given it, you've gone all in, whatever it takes, all in, whatever it takes, you will feel like $1,000,000, and you won't know that flood of endorphins and that self-confidence high is gonna come over you until you're done with it. So if you've never stuck to the promises you've made yourself in regards to health and fitness, I promise you it will be worth it in the end. So cheers to starting. Again, contact me if you need a coach, and I hope you have the best day.